Welcome to our Tuesday for the week of October 28th. This is for Libra. Libra, we are in Scorpio season, so our post-shadow. You're also in the pre-shadow now to Mercury retrograde. Tomorrow, Mercury is moving into Sagittarius. Scorpio is moving into Sagittarius. Make your bed, bud. Hey, not in front of the thing. You good? Good boy. Okay, so we have Mercury moving into Sagittarius, and it's the pre-shadow to a retrograde, our last Mercury retrograde of 2025. And know that this one, there's a lot of chaos that kind of is stirred up at this time of year with this Mercury retrograde, because you've got Sagittarius, you'll have a full moon in Gemini, I believe, and you'll have a bunch of us moving into Scorpio season, which is a little bit more introspective, and so less awareness on the roads, and transportation is one of those things that hiccup with the Mercury retrograde. It's communication, transportation, technology that gets kind of messed with at that time. And so yeah, one of the last ones I remember, just like ambulances and accidents left and right. I'm gonna let you live there, but that's fine. So know that that's what we're dealing with this time around. We also have, with Samhain, Halloween, it is the Celtic New Year, so somewhat the opposite point of time from when I normally count it at the spring equinox. This is the fall, so this is where we're really shedding all the old things, Libra. So let's see what we're doing. Let's see what we're doing this time around. I'm using the Starseed deck again because it was the first one that I wanted of hers, and I love it, regardless of if you resonate with Starseeds or not. We'll see how it goes for us. All right, so Libra, here we are. Alrighty. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So Libra, we are literally the sign of relationships. And this one here is saying that our biggest soul growth is going to happen when we can figure out where we end and the other person begins. And so conflict, people like to think of Libra as non-confrontational, very passive, indecisive, which it is a tendency that the more mature Libras find their way out of. But this week we might be Libras learning about how, when we are in conflict, how we can go about it in a more graceful manner, which we do. We're the diplomats. But our biggest growth this week is going to come from, realizing that there's a lot of dynamics in the barriers of who we are versus our community versus our friends, family, loved ones, things like that. Yeah. Our more destined life, star bathing, light body, crystal grids, transmission, activation. So Libra, connecting to our light body, knowing that we are made up of stardust. We are made up of stardust, and when we connect to that more, people talk about grounding all the time, but you can ground in that expansive space of just stargazing is very healthy. If you live in a city, you might only be seeing, say, Sirius and a bunch of planets because they're going to be the brightest bodies in the sky. But if you have the ability to get out somewhere where you can actually see all of the stars and feel that sense of being a drop of water in this expansive space that we exist in, that's going to be very helpful. But if not, it has crystal grid here. Somebody else also got this. And so connecting to crystals in whatever way you can. And there are definitely better ones to help you connect to more of the astral level attuning. You have, like, there's literally meteorites. I have it in my purse. I have one in my purse. But so there's meteorites that actually connect you to that star space. You have selenite, which is one of the softest stones possible. Literally, your fingernail can scratch it and it's not allowed to get wet. But it resonates at such a high space that it's really going to connect you to like that bigger than yourself feeling. Yeah, like things are bigger than you. And then you have celestite, which is this more light blue crystal. It's really good to have by your bed. It connects to more angelic energies and dream spaces. You have all of the quartz families, so basically clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, citrine, smoky quartz. Those quartzes are really going to also resonate at a frequency that's going to connect you to this more crystal grid. And if you want to connect with the stars, remember that the sun is the closest star to us. So even the sun, I knew people who used to sun gaze at, you do it in the last 15 minutes of the sun being up. Allegedly, there's benefits to it that are absorbing minerals through your eyes. You can try it out if you feel like your eyes are capable of that, but I don't recommend looking directly at the sun unless it's at that 15 minutes before dropping below the horizon or above the horizon. So yeah, really anything beyond that is too much for your eyes. Like it's just gonna burn your retinas. Yeah, so to bridge these two things, you have I Remember, Soul Plan, The Fated Life versus the Destiny's Life. That's literally what this spread is about. Love that it ended up right here. But so for your soul growth, you need to have a plan of, even when you're talking to other people to get out of these karmic relationships, know your family and how you communicate with them. So there's a different way that we communicate to our blood family versus our soul family. And so learning those boundaries. And remember, because it's something that I've brought up before, is that the full saying of blood is thicker than water is the blood of the tribe is thicker than the water of the womb. So it actually is more of a reverse of, yes, like your family is your family, you were born into it, respect it, respect that lineage, but at the same time you're gonna dive deeper with the people who are on your frequency, and that might be your soul tribe, but the other star seeds out there connecting to you. All right, Libra, well, that's what I have for you. Hope this helps, and I'll see you next week. Bye.